Are you tired of applying for remote developer job but never hearing back? Do you want to know the secret of creating a killer resume that got shortlisted every time? So keep watching this video. Hi, I'm Vishal Rajput, and in this video I'm going to show you what are the do's and don't that you have to keep in your mind while creating a killer resume. I will share some tools which will help you to optimize your resume. Also, I will share my resume which helped me to get some of the best remote developer jobs out there. So this is my first resume that I have created when I was in the second sem. I just started learning DSA and basics of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. I don't have much experience, so let's see and analyze the resume. As a beginner, it is important to note that our resume should be very clean and easy to read. So let's understand what are the sections that we have to include in our resume and what should be their chronological order. So chronological order depend on where we are going to apply. In MNC, we focus on more on our skills and the education, and in the remote job or for the startups, we mostly focus on our projects and skills. So the very first section of a resume is our header, and that is for the both MNC and the resume for the startups. So in the first, we will write our full name. You have to write your official full name. If you don't have surname in your official documents, don't write it. Otherwise, write the full name. Then you have to write your professional email. This should include your name, such as Rajput Vishal, and also make sure that you don't write unprofessional email, something like cutegirl@gmail.com, something like that. Okay, so now you have to include your phone number, your LinkedIn ID. You can include your portfolio website if you have your GitHub profile, and if you are active on GitHub, then you can add your GitHub profile, or if you have any other coding profile where you are mostly active, you can put it here. After header section, you can include your summary section where you can briefly tell what you are going to bring on the table and what's your career goal. So if you notice in my summary what I have written, I am a front-end web developer and a competitive programmer who loves to code and wants to contribute as much as I can in the tech field and wants to make an impact on the technical world. So you can write and bold few words like front-end web developer and want to impact in the technical world. So the summary section is very optional. If you don't have a space for the summary section, don't include it. And if you have like work experience, you are already have some experience, some good projects, then I would suggest don't include the summary section. It is for the beginner. If you have some space to fill that space, we use the summary section. Basically, chronological order also depend on one more factor, that what is your best thing. Is your education is best, like do you have very good grade, or do you have very good achievement, something like you have cracked some hackathons, you got the top position in the hackathon, you got some top position in the contest. If that is the case, you can include your achievement section at the top. If you have some good experience, like you have worked for some MNC, you have worked for some startups, then you can include your work experience at the top. If your grades are like very good, like you have a 10 GPA, then you can include your education at the top. If your projects are very good, you got like hundreds of stars on your project is helping hundreds of students, you can include projects at the top. So it depends what is your best thing. On an average, hiring manager take 6 seconds to review your resume. So make sure you put best thing about yourself at the top of your resume. So now let's analyze the project section of this resume. So as you notice, I have written the project's title, I have had the link here, I have written the text tag that I am using, but here I can make this text tag bold so that hiring manager can notice this. And I have written this text, so I can improve this text tag. Like how to improve, we have to use action word in our project section that I have developed, I have designed it, so this can be improved it. And so if I notice the projects, all the projects are the simple web pages using HTML, CSS and JavaScript and also Bootstrap. So if I required an intern who can develop a web pages, so I can definitely hire this person. So how to optimize your project section? Just copy the entire project section. Let me copy, and I will go to the ChatGPT. here I will paste my project description, and I will say this is my project section of resume. So now if you see, your resume look very good. Like I have added an action word, something like develop, design, build, created. These are the action words that we use. So design and yeah, this look good. This look good. What we can do is to improve it further. We can keep it into different points. Like make this one bullet and make this a second bullet point, and make sure to bold this point. Okay, so I hope you understand how to create your project section. You have to bold your text tag, you have to add the link, you have to add the link of the source code. So yeah, these are the three things that you have to focus while creating the project. Now let's come to the experience section. In the experience section, I include this like Ambassador program of Dell. Although Dell is a good company, but this is not required if you are applying for the front-end developer role. So don't include the ambassador program in the experience section. You can include it in the volunteer section, but I would highly suggest don't include it. Second thing, you see I have added the web development mentee. Like I was part of one society where I worked on HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and built so many good projects. And so you can add this. And I have also learned data structure and algorithms, so you can build these things. But I would highly encourage, don't write this experience section. You can write it like coursework or something like that. You can write course. And here if you have certificate, like I have the certificate, so here I can add the certificate links here. So yeah, this is what you can do in the experience section. So now let's come to the education section. So education section and the experience section should include should be done in the reverse chronological order. What is mean by reverse chronological order? That your recent experience should be at the top. Your recent education, your highest level of education should be at the top. So here if you see, my college education is at the top. I have written what type of, like what I have done here, what is the degree, what is my college, and what is the timeout, like from 2019 to 2023, and what is my GPA. I have added everything, so do add everything. Like we will skip few things in the later resume. So I will let you know, like if your GPA is not good, don't write it. If your 12th and GPA is not good, don't write it. Okay, so yeah, this is what we are added in the education section. So now let's come to the skills section of this resume. I purposely divide my skills into different parts, because if I write all my skills in this single line, it will be not readable and not understandable. So what I do, I write the I know C++, Python as a programming language. I know HTML, CSS3, Bootstrap 4, and JavaScript in the front end. I know problem solving skills such as data structure and algorithm. Now the achievement section, I have included like how many questions I have solved, what are the batches that I have earned, and at the end you can include your coding profile. So this is the resume that I have created in the second sem, and this helped me to get my first internship at Gulf Script Summer of Code. So this is the resume that I have created in my third or fourth sem, that is in the second year. So what was the problem in the first resume? I don't have any experience. So what I do actually is, rather than finding for multiple internship, I go for open source work. There are so many IITs which organize so many open source programs. So I participated in NJEC Winter of Code, Kharagpur Winter of Code, and so many others open source programs. I was the top contributor. I got like rank 1 among the 1500 open source program contributor among the India. So I have included this into my achievements and in the experience section, and with the help of this open source work, I got so many internships. So let me show you how to optimize and how to write your open source contribution in your resume. So here if you notice, unlike the first resume, I make my experience section at the top, because now my experience is my best thing. So I got my first internship and I do some open source work. So for the open source work, you can write open source developer and the program that you are part of. And so how to write your experience section? So I use XYZ technology. Like what this XYZ technique is, like you solve X problem using Y tech stack which result in Z. So basically what I write, like I make a fully fledged scalable responsive website. like using a GitHub API, which helps to create like leaderboard for 6,000 participants. Now make sure to add numbers and text tags and bold those numbers. So you write your experience section in reverse chronological order. So if you see that I write Jan 2021, I doing this internship in Jan 2021. I work for open source in December 2020 in the open source Kharagpur Winter of Code from December to Jan. So you see, because of these two like open source program, I got my first internship. Now after the internship, I created my project section. Here in the projects also, I don't include my personal project. I included the open source project. Like I contribute to awesome portfolio website, I contribute to scan code, I contribute to NJ Winter of Code. So you can include your open source project also. Like if you contribute to any organization, so you can include their project in your resume that you have contributed. You have raised 14 pull requests. You can share the link of your PR. So how to share the link of PR? Just check out. So here you can share your all PR. So you have to write is PR is closed. Closed means it is already merged, and author your GitHub URL name. So if you write this, so you will get the link of your PR. So you see, this is my link. I copy this link and add it in my resume. And the education and the skills section and the achievements are the same as the previous resume. So we can skip that. The only thing that I want to tell is like if you have a experience section is better than your projects, then make your experience section at the top. I have created my first two resume using resumepuppy.com website. So let me show you how to create that. So if you go to resumepuppy.com, so go and click on this sign in button. If you have if you already created your account, just log in, otherwise just sign up. You can sign up using your first name, email address and confirm address. So I have already created my account. I will click on this login, and yeah, this is simple. So what you have to do, you have to put your information here, the name, email address, phone number, and just click on next, and here you can implement. So this is how you implement this bullet. So you can click on sample bullet point and use this some sample bullet point. You can make few things bold. So if you want to make this, click this and add this bold. So similarly you can add bold, use this for making its bullet point. Do add this thing. Now if you want to reorder your, so you can reorder is something like that, keep your experience. And if you want to create a custom ad section, so create ad section, you can create something like courses and create another section. So this is all this is how you have to create your resume. So now let's check out my latest resume that helped me to get so many front-end developer jobs. So this is the resume that I have created using Overleaf platform. So first of all, let's understand why I created 2-column resume. Because at that point of time, I have my education, I have my experience, and for fresher it is recommended to put your education at the top. And like I have done so many internships, so I want to show that like I am also an experienced person. So and my CGPA was good, so I put my education and experience section at the top. Like if your experience and project section both are very good, then you can create a 2-column and so both of them at the top. So if you notice my experience section, I have written my position, the company name, when I did work here, what is the location, is it remote, and what I have implemented, and what are the tech stack that I have used. And yeah, you can notice I have added lots of number here. Like if you notice here, so I have implemented a content management system for a Skill India app, which crossed 10k learners, 100k learning minute, work on the tech stack is bold. So this is what I have done. So here if you also see in this experience, I have written introduce leaderboard, which calculates the score of 6,000 participants. So here I am adding lots of number. So one more thing, like we save 10,000 hours of human effort. So add more and more numbers and design using tech stack, make tech stack bold. So here if we come, now let's come to the project section. In the project section, I have added the title, then the source code. This is the GitHub ID. I would recommend you can like share your GitHub code, or you can say code sandbox. The reason behind the code sandbox, if you share the code sandbox link, so you don't have to share two links. In the code sandbox, the code and the live project are in the same link. So yeah, so here I have written like developer coding ID. Also add number 4 programming language and multiple editor themes. User can write, keep the main things highlight using bold or italic, and share the links. And here if you see this project, this is my open source project, which have like, this is a very basic project, but the impact of this project is very high. So if someone asks me what types of project that you should build, so build the projects which create impact. So this project has 1500 people to learn open source. See, as I have mentioned in my first resume, I am from electrical engineering background, so I don't want to show because I apply for mostly for the tech role. So I say let's keep it. So I didn't write it what is my degree, like what course I am pursuing. I skip that. You write your numbers if it's good, otherwise you can skip your CGPA as well. Then in the skills, you see I use the same way, the language development core and version control. In the achievement section, you can write like I got the rank on open source developer rank. I teach 2000 plus number. I teach DSA. So if you notice this resume, I have written so many numbers and keep everything bold. So this is the resume that helped me to get so many internship and front-end developer job. So if you want to create such a resume, just go to the overleaf.com. Here you can find so many templates. So just go and search. Here I am going to templates. So in the template, if you want to create a single column resume, so you can say Harshibar and search, and you can find this resume and just open as template. So once you click open as template, it will be open. Now you just have to go to rich text, and here you can change the name. Just change the names to your name, let's say Vishal, and then your phone number, update your phone number. Here you have to experience section, write your company name, your date, present, you can write it here. And now if you want to bold few things, you can come here and write text BFF to bold resume item to make this. But I would highly suggest just go to rich text and write all these details. Now if you want to create a my resume, so what you can do, you can check out the mayor template. So the full name is Mayor Marrisa, I guess. So yeah, so Marrisa Mayor. So just go open as template and create. So yeah, this is how you create your resumes to get a front-end developer job. So once you have created your resume, now it's time to check is ATS score and how we can improve it further. So we will go to Resumeworded website. You can just log in or sign in with Google. So if you come here for the first time, it will be something look like in this way. Like if I click on re-upload, so you see a current career level is entry level. I can change this to like mid level or the experience level. So for now, let's have the entry level. So let me show you how it will look like when you come. So let's do change. So you can change this to entry level, mid level or senior level. So we choose the entry level, and then we can use this resume. So once you got your ATS score, so tries to keep your ATS score above 70, or if it will be above 75, then it's also good. And here you can see where you can improve. You can improve the impact. You can read like you currently use weak accent word, and you can just go to fix, and like for some you have to use cross section. For that, what we can do, we can just copy our resume and just improve with the help of ChatGPT. So from there we will find the good accent word, and now we can also verify our spelling mistake. Do we have any spelling mistake or not? So, and you can just see everything like date fix, personal pronoun fix. So just update with the help of ChatGPT, and once it's done, your resume is ready. You can also find your LinkedIn profile score by if you go to the dashboard and go to this LinkedIn optimization. So but before going to find your score, I would highly recommend you to watch my video on LinkedIn, how to improve your LinkedIn profile. And after watching that video, check your LinkedIn score, and yeah, it's done. So this is how you create your resume for getting a job in front-end development or remote developer job. So if you watch this video till end, so I have few bonus point for you. So I am providing a free mentorship for a student who wants to get their first job in a remote or in front-end development. So if you wants to do that, so just fill the form in the description and the pinned comment for registration, and do share it with your friends, and do hit the like and subscribe button, and let me know in the comment section which video you want to see the next.